Sleeping on your back can actually cut off the blood flow.
Welcome, Waddlers. I'm Alicia.
I'm Christian, and this is a Waddling Truth podcast.
They told me not to, and then they immediately terrified me. Pregnancy advice never comes calmly. It's always, don't do that, followed by a sentence that makes you freeze, clutch your belly, and spiral at 2 a.m. So today, we're talking about the rules you were told, the fear that comes with it, and what they actually mean.
You're told to sleep on your side, then someone casually drops. Sleeping on your back can actually cut off the blood flow. And now you're afraid to move in your sleep, like you're diffusing a flipping bomb. Here's what is really happening. Sleeping on your left side helps blood flow and can reduce swelling. Later in pregnancy, laying flat on your back can press on your big vein and make you feel dizzy and sick, which is why doctors mention it. But in all reality, I was always told if it's going to affect you negatively, you won't be able to do it. So as far as sleeping on your back, I would sometimes land on my back, and they told me as long as you don't feel sick. But here's the part that no one says out loud. If you wake up on your back, you didn't hurt your baby. Your baby usually wakes you up before anything serious happens. Roll over, take a breath, and go back to sleep.
Now, deli meat.
Dun dun dun.
You're told no deli meat. No explanation, just it could hurt the baby, so naturally, we assume one bite of turkey ends everything. The fear comes from listeria, a rare but serious infection. That's the concern. But the real life version is heating the meat up lowers the risk. One accidental cold cut sandwich will not undo your pregnancy. The rule is about reducing the risk, not taking enjoyment of food away. Personally, I had a deli sandwich almost every week of my pregnancy. My doctor said moderation is key. He said, if you want a deli sandwich, go get it. Just make sure you don't take it from somewhere that has it all day long out.
With my fourth pregnancy, I was craving Jimmy John's so bad, but there wasn't a Jimmy John's that was close by. And so all we had was
Jersey Mike's.
Yeah. So Jersey Mike's, which actually turned into like the best thing in the whole world because they have like that, like oil and vinegar and stuff that goes on it. Actually, that sounds really great. I'm not pregnant, I swear. You're told not to reach above your head. Then someone whispers, the cord could wrap around the baby's neck. Are you freaking serious? And suddenly your arms are glued to your side. Here's the honest explanation. There's no solid evidence that reaching up once causes a cord issue, but many OBs still recommend limiting overhead reaching because pregnancy throws off your balance. Also, round ligament pain, like I always felt it if I was like stretching, yawning, anything like that, like it caused me to have a lot of pain. Yes, the fear exists, but it's more about prevention than danger.
You're told not to clean the litter box and immediately assume your cat is radioactive. The fear is toxoplasmosis, which can be found in cat feces. That's the risk. If someone else can clean it, great. If not, gloves and a mask and washing your hands will go a long way. Indoor cats are a lower risk. So it sounds like this is more if you have an outdoors cat, which is probably like the same like with cats being at risk of getting parvo. Your cat isn't trying to ruin your pregnancy. It's just very annoying.
True story.
I don't have any cats. I can't really comment on changing the litter when you're pregnant.
I can. So I have a cat. I got one when I was like, I don't know, like 6 months pregnant. I got our cat. He was not doing good as a barn kitty. So I brought him home. What I would just do, because that my kitty litter cleans itself, I would just put gloves on and a mask. Actually, I probably wouldn't do a mask half the time if I'm being honest. And I just took it out. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have a kitty litter that cleans itself, I would probably just have your partner do it. And if you don't have a partner, just mask up, wear gloves, wash your hands. I mean, if you really want to be super drama, change clothes too. It's just not worth the risk, you know? Let's move on to caffeine because like that's probably really why you're here is you want to know, you really want to know if you can have caffeine. So you're told no caffeine. And someone adds it can affect the baby. And now you're just tired, emotional, and mad at everybody. Here's the real line, up to 200 milligrams a day, which I definitely had double that because I had 4 kids, is generally considered safe. Tea, coffee, soda, it all counts toward caffeine as well as chocolate. I know that's so depressing to hear, but chocolate also has caffeine in it. You don't have to cut it completely. You just have to keep it reasonable, which I feel like is pretty much the theme of this episode is moderation is key. This isn't about suffering, it's about moderation.
I mean, I honestly think unless you're drinking big, Red Bulls and Alani's back to back, I doubt you're getting that 200 milligrams a day. Because if you really think about it, I mean, how there's maybe a handful of people that drink straight black coffee. Most of them have creamer and sugar in it. As long as you're not drinking it all at once, I feel like you flush yourself out with water and everything else, so
Well, you should be at least,
yeah.
and I think that's most the key, and if I'm completely honest with you, I've had 5 kids now, and I didn't like coffee before my 2nd kid, but I had the 2nd, and I was like, "I'm gonna need this." So I started to drink coffee. After I started drinking it, I couldn't stop, but when you get pregnant, the one thing I did notice is that your body kind of just stops you from eating things that aren't good for you. So, for example, like, coffee tastes terrible while you're pregnant, for me personally, and this happened with all 3 of my last pregnancies. Like, I would hit a point in my pregnancy, probably about 6 weeks when the nausea started. After that, I wouldn't be able to drink coffee, and if I did, I was mostly drinking it just to get the caffeine because I was so tired. So, if you're someone who's literally loved coffee while pregnant, then just get decaf coffee. Start with a decaf coffee and just drink it as much as you well, I don't know if that's good advice, but in my opinion, I feel like if you're gonna drink coffee and you wanna have, like, more than 1 cup, just do decaf.
There's people out there doing crack. Go get yourself a cup of coffee.
Enjoy your coffee. And consult your doctor before taking any advice from these wackadoos.
You're told no hot baths because overheating can be harmful, so you assume that all warmth is forbidden. Hot tubs, bathtubs, everything. So here's the truth. Warm baths are fine. Just don't overheat. Keep the water under 120 degrees and don't soak above your belly button. This is actually what my doctor told me. He said I had a lot of sciatic pain with my kids, and one of the thing where I got a lot of comfort was soaking in a bath with pregnancy Epsom salt, not regular Epsom salt. If you ever soak in a bathtub with Epsom salt, it has to be pregnancy approved because I think the salt concentrate is a lot less harmful, but, so he said you could soak in a hot bath as long as it doesn't go above your belly button because you just don't they just don't want the baby getting overheated.
I did all of the bad things, all of them.
We're
I
good
was
at
in a
giving
hot
advice,
bath.
people. Taking it
So my midwife, when I was pregnant with my 3rd, she approved our hot tub as a medical device. I was using it for medical uses. I was so in pain from pregnancy and everything. So, um, she told me just don't put it above 100. So I did. And then they also I've been told by multiple doctors, if you are in a bath and you get hot, get out. Like, you can take a hot bath, just not for a long time. But also, I'm not a medical professional.
it's just also a lot of common sense, like, you know when you're done soaking in a bathtub, you know when you're ready to get out of a hot tub. It's just like when you're going to tan, you know when you're ready to get out of the sun. It's just basically use your best judgment. We're all adults here, we
Yeah.
know what we can tolerate, what we can't. Comfort is good, cooking yourself is bad.
Let's talk about a few other things that we were warned about very dramatically that ended up not being that big of a deal. So, sushi cooked is fine, raw is higher risk. Soft cheese, pasteurized equals safe. Unpasteurized is the concern.
That's from
Exercise,
my understanding, that's like the raw stuff, right? Like, hasn't been
what do you mean?
the unpasteurized, like, that's the stuff that they make from, like, raw fresh off the farm, right? Before it's been, like,
I think so.
heated up and stuff, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. I really don't know.
I don't know the difference, I thought that one I always thought that unpasteurized was, like, literally taking, like, raw milk from the cow, making the stuff right away, like, I wasn't sure, I
It
was like,
might
"Okay."
be. I'm not really sure if I'm honest. So, exercise, staying active is actually a very good thing. Suddenly becoming a gym warrior is not. I was always told that if you're typically like someone who works out on a normal basis, like that's something you do, keep doing that if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But don't like go from not working out every day to working out every day. Like that's generally the advice. Normal stress doesn't hurt your baby. Being human isn't dangerous.
Pregnancy rules are usually delivered with just enough fear to make you panic, but not enough explanation to make sense of it. You're not fragile. Your baby isn't constantly in danger. And if the advice sounds terrifying, there's usually a reason. There's a lot of missing context. So we hope that we were able to clear up some of them. If you guys have any other questions about things you have heard, or you'd like us to give you our hot take on it, just let us know below. Thank you for joining our session of They Told Us, but They Didn't Explain It.
If you have any pregnancy questions that you'd like to leave down below, we are actually starting a new segment that will be airing on Fridays called Waddling After Dark, and we would love to answer your questions. So leave them down below. Yes. We'll see you later, waddlers.
Bye.